Hola, buenas tardes. Mi nombre es Ben Boroughs. Soy agregado agrícola con la Embajada de los Estados Unidos en Buenos Aires, Argentina. Pero ahora, debido a la pandemia, estoy con mi familia en Carolina del Norte, un estado muy lindo en el sur de los Estados Unidos. Hoy vamos a cocinar unas nueces confitadas. Los ingredientes claves son nueces y árabe de arce de los Estados Unidos y también algunas especias especiales. Para demostrar esta técnica tenemos a mi esposa Mara y mi suegro Mark, y el resto de la demostración va a ser en inglés.
Hello. Tonight we're going to be making candied walnuts, which are great for salads or all kinds of other, you can just use them as an appetizer as well. And it's a very simple dish to make, and we're going to make it for you. First we're going to put a little oil in the pan. A paella pan is our preference. So Mara will put some in there. We'll put it on high heat. And we'll coat the bottom of the pan.
Like this?
A little more.
A little more?
Plenty more. Plenty more. More.
Okay.
That's good. That's good. And then now we're going to put in a quarter of a stick of butter as a flavor. And then we're going to mix up our spice mixture. So we use a little bit of paprika. And because we don't have international measurements here worked out, I'm going to be like a regular chef, and I'm going to do this amount, approximate. And this is red pepper flakes. So we put a little red pepper flakes. Not a lot. Put a little cumino. These are all about the same, one palmful for each of the ingredients. It doesn't need to be exact. It's just experiment with it, see what you like. This is cayenne pepper. This is a very hot pepper, but we like it. So that's the amount of hot pepper we're putting in addition to the chili flakes. We use a little black pepper. And I may put a little more of this than I put in everything else, just a little more. Okay. And then we are going to put in a little salt. This is salt. This is sea salt, and a little bit more than everything else, just a slight amount more. Then we mix this together with our finger, and then Mara has got the pan ready for the walnuts, and so then we open the walnuts. Like to dump them in? All of them. Okay. Okay, and get the ones that are in the cabinet over there as well and dump those in if you would. Okay, so we have this on medium-high heat, and we're going to coat all of the nuts with a little bit of the oil and butter mixture here. And this is actually a very important part. It needs to cook for approximately 5 minutes. And what this does is it brings the heat up in the nut so that it becomes crunchy. And it also coats them all so that they will accept the spicing that we're getting ready to put on them. But we don't need to put the spicing on them yet. We're letting them heat. And so this will be approximately 5 minutes of toasting. You want to make sure that you're not burning so that there's no blackness on them, because that can be very bitter.
No.
Okay, now we're going to put the spice mixture on top. going to give that a good stir. And then we put a little maple syrup on, and this doesn't take long. You hear that nice sizzle? Now this will caramelize and cook very quickly. So I've now turned the heat completely off. And this is just going to sit in these caramelized and spiced mixture, and it's going to dry, and then we will put these caramelized walnuts in salads or put them in an airtight jar to save them for cocktails. They're great for having a cocktail, having with cocktails or anything like that. Okay, now that we have the nuts mixed with the spices and the maple syrup, we're going to put them on a tray to harden, and they will become like candy. And they're, I will say, irresistible to people who are standing around them. They smell so good. I wish you could all smell this now. And this takes about 10 minutes to cool off. And the main problem is to keep children and adults away from snacking on your walnuts that you spent so much time making candy. Okay, so while the nuts are cooling, I put just a little grind of finishing salt on top. This is a sea salt, and just a little coarse ground pepper on top. And this just adds another layer of crunch and interest to the flavor of the candied walnuts, which are great. In America, we use these for holiday gifts. We package them up, put them in glass jars, and give them as gifts to people.
Buenas noches, que tengan buena semana, salud, buen provecho y gracias por unirnos esta tarde.